Okay, this is only recording to my local hard drive. It's not going to the cloud. It's not being posted anywhere. Not yet, at least. Why is your video so blurry?
We're on an anti-bullying podcast, but I'm gonna bully the dummy a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's okay because you're a wrestler.
I'll give him a minute.
Can I be close? Because it looks kind of blurry from up here.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
My camera?
I don't know if it's your camera, but it's probably
Let me
something.
see.
Man, that is a nice homemade wrestling ring. The nicest one I've ever seen.
How are the ropes? That's what I care about. I care about the ropes. I like doing lucha. Oh, they look good.
Man, I'm gonna have to come down there and fight you now.
Those ropes look straight. They look tight.
Oh my gosh.
It's frozen right now. It's solid.
Yeah, it's too cold to be outside. It's freaking 8 degrees over here, bro.
Ice book, right?
Oh yeah. Let's see some of that top rope action.
Oh, come on, lucha. Do some lucha.
Where's Wade Nader? He can hold the camera. Maybe you and Kiara could do something for us on there. You don't want to go on there? Cool.
Let me beat this thing up.
Um,
Bring it up here.
You need to go beat up your dad for us.
I haven't beaten him up for the last like.
This thing is frozen too. Oh, dang.
Dang, I don't know how you guys are out there in this freezing cold. I couldn't do it, man.
I know.
I don't go outside. I got arthritis.
Oh, I go outside, but not when it's cold.
No way. Only for food. Only for food and work. That's it.
When it's 40 degrees outside. Oh, here we go. He's on the second rope. Ooh. Bam. There you go. I don't know.
Just gave it a strike. I'm freezing.
I know you're freezing. You guys might have to go back inside. Oh, here we go. Going up to the top. On the top rope.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Diamondback is on the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to go to Oklahoma and visit y'all. For real.
Yeah.
Dang, Oklahoma ain't too far from New Mexico.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh. How can you do anything in that? What is it? 8 degrees outside? Ew.
Wait.
Oh, okay. He's wrestling a table. Is that what that is?
Take that in. I'm freezing.
I want to see if I can still do a flip. I'm not gonna hurt my back.
Oh, you're gonna flip?
Okay, here we go with Kiara Niles.
Oh, dang.
Sweet. We haven't seen Kiara in action for a while.
I'll do a flip for you too when she gets done.
Where's Wade Nader?
On his game.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
It's so cold though.
Wow, those ropes look so good. Oh, there you go.
The tension on them looks right. The tension on them looks straight, and they look straight too.
And it's nice and tight on the top rope. You saw him standing on the top rope.
Yeah, and they don't.
Just that wrestling jumps off of every time.
He don't got those. He don't got those spinners. Some of those guys got those ropes where they're covered with the hoses, and you get on the top rope and it spins and it knocks you. You fall off.
Oh yeah, that's
well. I'm starting to take those off for that very reason.
Right.
I got one there, but you're right. They cause you to slip.
Yeah, because you get up there and then you go, and you
Let
just
me
lose
take
your
a front
footing.
flip up here.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
That's so much fun. And I really appreciate what you guys are doing there. You got this family-friendly show on the internet. I hope you meet your goals on YouTube, because there's nothing like getting that monetization partnership with Google. That's
This ain't no fake rope.
No, you did a good job, man. That is the best homemade ring I've ever seen in my life. I want to come fight you now. We're gonna have a fight, right?
Oh gosh.
Oh, it's gonna.
Damn.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
look at that. See, I can tell you were trained by that Alpha Rock guy from WWE because when I see you move in the ring, I know that you're professionally trained. You know what I mean? So forget about all those haters who are bullying you and stuff. You know, you're really great, man.
Actually, since Misfit Wrestling showed up, I've been getting a lot of positivity.
Well, good. I'm glad those bullies are leaving you alone because it was really bad.
I gotta go inside. No more.
Yeah, you guys are turning into icicles out there.
You like my steps though? Hold on.
Oh, your steps.
I like that ring. That ring does look nice.
Man. But see, it's not portable. They got it cemented into the ground.
Oh.
It's they got it cemented into the ground. It's like a family show. I don't know if you've ever seen The Wrestling Show. It's another YouTube wrestling show.
No, I'm gonna have to look it up.
$3,198
You spent $3,000 on that?
on the padding alone.
On the
Holy moly! Shoot!
How did you get in here, cat? Oh my goodness! Cat bag. Okay, well,
16 and a half by 16 and a half.
It is a nice ring, though.
And within the next 5 minutes, people are going to start coming in here with us. But I'm definitely going to. Well, I can stop recording anytime you want me to. We'll save this clip.
Real shit,
Wow,
man.
Look at that. Look how tight those ropes are. And how many inches are between each rope on that?
Each rope is 77 foot long.
No, I mean, how many inches are there in between each rope? Because it looks like you got it just perfect. It looks absolutely perfect. You welded
What do
all.
you mean, how many?
Like between.
On these?
Yeah. Wow, man, you did a great job on that. I've never.
And I still have plenty of turnbuckle on.
Jeez.
If they get any looser, look at that.
This might be
They're not even.
This might be the last time you can mess around in the ring before the cold snap hits, because you know the coldest month of the year is February. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start training.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I can't. Ow, Kitty, quit scratching. Oh my! Get a cat over here trying to make pudding on my leg. What are you doing, Kitty? How did you get in?
And I don't want it on the ground. That's why I had it welded up high.
What are you doing in here, Mr. Smoke? Smoky Cat is in here. Yeah, I adopted this cat. He came in. He was outside, and I found this cat outside, and he was fixed and everything, so I let him in. But you've seen him earlier.
Bring him up, Tony.
See, there he is, right there, Papa Smoke. And he's all gray, a gray cat with green eyes.
You bring them up, and they could have a match in here, and they're fine.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we got a couple guys that want to come wrestle on your show.
Tag rope.
There you go. We got a couple guys that want to wrestle on your show. One of them is Ryan Douglas from Orlando. He wants to go up there and wrestle on your show. And Ali Muhammad. No, Ali Muhammad is the one who lives in Orlando. And Ryan Douglas is the one who lives in the Daytona Beach area. So a couple guys down there in Florida, they really want to go up and be on your show. Hopefully they'll be on the podcast soon. All these guys are coming on. But yeah, when you're done messing around with the ring, I'll hit stop because we're trying to.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad that you see that I care about it and that it's not something that's a joke to me.
Oh, it's not. It's shoot.
Yeah. Well, most important thing that I see is you got the rope straight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't do that on rings that they buy from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I don't want a low boy. I don't want them leaning in post. I don't want them loose cable things. I want
the reason why I bought the low boy is because I was doing a lot of shows in like VFWs, bingo halls, banquet halls, and stuff like that. So that's the reason why the low boy.
Each rope cost me $77 each, and they're about 76 foot each, and $300 each Okay, each rope has $300 in waterproof Gorilla Tape wrapped. So 3, 6, 9. That's $900 in rope. $14 for turnbuckle.
How did you get in my office, Mr. Smoke? Huh? What are you doing?
That's a big investment there.
Yeah.
And then the canvas 209, and then.
But you spent over $5,000 on that ring. Too bad you just couldn't have spent all that money on a ring that you could, take and do shows elsewhere. I mean, I understand you're trying to get YouTube monetization, so I understand that you're focused on your family show. I understand.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you're going to be partnering with Google because they're going to. Will you please get down, kitty cat? Oh my gosh, get down! Hold on, guys. I got to put this cat out of my office. I'll be right back.
But yeah, this is something worth investing in.
I'm sorry, kitty cat.
It is. It's definitely. I wish I had a ring because like I would love to just be able to go into the backyard and run drills and shit like that. But
so the welding, when he was done welding all the bars and all the corners and all the runners, and he told me because he was a one-arm welder. He had one full arm and one half arm.
Yeah.
But he charged me $348 for the metal and the welding, and I said, "What?" I was expecting 1,000 or something, and he said, "It'll be 348." And I said, "Here's 540."
I might just have to get one custom made too, because I know some welders and shit that have scrap metal lying around everywhere. That's not a bad idea. You just gave me an idea.
But see, this is in the ground though. We need to weld one that we can tote around though.
No, he gave me the option at the time, and I was just trying to rush getting the show started, but he gave me the option to put holes in it and run bolts through it and things like that. And I didn't know the vision of a portable show yet.
So I noticed when you started this this family friendly wrestling show with your family, you were trained by the guys from the WWF, so you had all the right training and stuff. But you were being bullied really bad. I mean, I don't want to drop any names on here because that's counterproductive. We're trying to overcome evil with love on this show. We're trying to be.
And I was being bullied because the guy felt like I was disrespecting the name, but whenever he would text the guy that he said he claimed, he goes, "You didn't get trained. I can find out." Well, the guy told him, "Yes, I trained with Travis." Now, it wasn't a full year or whatever, but I trained Travis. And the guys come to me and said, "Well, I don't care if he said what he said. Maybe he's just covering for you, but a year isn't nothing. A year isn't this and that and that." I mean, I had to take a lot of bumps, and I had to go through a real big regiment. But, like, when he came here, he didn't say he was coming with a bad attitude. He didn't say he was coming here to bully me. He said he pretended to be positive over the messenger till he got here. And then he said, "Lock up right now with my son." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He limped back to the backyard. I mean, limped. I'm going in, but
yeah, it's too cold. You go inside, bro. It's too cold to be out there.
But most trainers I know push their students out within 3 months.
But he limped to the backyard because he acted like he was a pro wrestler or whatever. But he limps to the backyard as slow as I ever seen. Talked about being a veteran, and when we locked up, he grabbed my neck real hard and he goes, "No, this is how you lock up." And I mean, he squeezed his finger so hard into my spinal column back here. And he's like, "You're supposed to grab him like that." And I'm like, "That's my kid, man. I'm not trying to." And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "What is this guy doing?" Well, he proceeded to stay at my house for nearly an hour, speeching me about who he knew and all the things I've already heard in my training camp. And then he goes, let's go in the backyard. And he started trying to run some drills on me that wasn't even in the ring, like squats and push-ups and things. And when he started running the push-up thing on me and the up downs, he started screaming, F, F. I'm like, what is he doing? He's standing in my ring, walking back and forth. We're out of the ring. And he's like, F. I'm like, what? He goes, you're supposed to puke 20 minutes into the thing and tell me that I'm, something, something. He goes, you ain't supposed to be continuing. You catfished me to get me here for free training. He goes, you're supposed to be puking right now. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I have made you do so many up downs and push ups, and you haven't told me to stop yet. And I'm ticked that you got me here, and I didn't know you was in this type of condition. He goes, I'm supposed to train you, but I'm not doing it for free. Why'd you get me here? I said, you insisted to come here. He goes, why ain't you puking? I said, because I work out. I'm not out of shape. I'm not, this ain't. And I started yelling at him. I said, I'm not back here to be backyard wrestlers. I'm back here to take pro wrestling seriously because this is my life. And he's like, well, you got me here. And you know what? You owe me 100. You owe me. I said, I don't have 100. I said, I don't have 100.
Let me
I
get
said, I've told you multiple times I didn't want you to come because I didn't have no money to pay you. He goes, yeah, but I come out here, I tell you to do up, downs, and squats, and here you are. I'm in 20 minutes into it, and normally I have people puking and crawling on their stomachs and begging me to quit, and you catfish me to get me here.
So he wanted you to pay him to do what you already knew how to do.
Okay,
no, because I was in shape and I wasn't going, oh, please.
Okay, so this guy goes to my friend's house, right? He brings him into his house with his family, feeds him, lets him sit down and dine with their family, and then he just starts bullying him. I want to tell you guys, we got a fourth person in here, Nathan Nemitz from D-Land, Florida. Nathan, you have to click on the little camera icon to be visible. I'm not trying to interrupt you with your story. You can go ahead. Now your microphone and your camera's muted.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out right now.
There you go. Okay, so you go ahead with your story while he's fixing that. Go ahead.
So he's proceeding after he's already sat in my house and given me a story about all the people he knew in Oklahoma City, which is the same people I was in All American Championship Wrestling training with when Al Santos trained. Anyways, all who he knew, I'd never seen this guy once in all them years. But anyways, so I fed him. Oh, hey Trixie. Kira, Trixie's about to go on the floor. So anyways, after I fed him and he's like, man, you gave everybody seconds before you even had burn. This is before we went outside. He's like, you've earned my respect. And this is where he got me to go outside and do these things. And I thought we were going to go get in the ring. And he's like, no, I need you to do this. And started making me do the squats and up downs and push ups and sit ups and then running around the ring and then up downs. And then once he was like doing these push ups, count it 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And I'm at 30 and he's like, then he starts screaming and shaking the ropes. And this is in the wooden ring. This ain't my good ring yet. This is like before this design. But he starts screaming and cussing at me, and it's like, F, F, F. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, you're supposed to be puking, crawling on the ground, begging me to quit this, and telling me just to leave because you can't take it no more. He goes, you catfished me to get me here. And I was thinking, is this guy getting mad because I'm in shape or something?
Wow.
Because he wanted me to go, please no more. I just can't. I didn't. I was kept doing what he asked. Down, up, squat, push up. I did everything. Nothing was in the ring, but then he starts demanding money, and I said, I told you in the messages, I'm not asking you to train me. I didn't ask you to come down here. You insisted that you wanted to check out my ring.
Yeah.
And so now you're begging for, not begging, but demanding money. We left that night with no money, but kept messaging me through the things.
There's too many dudes like that demand money for not really showing you anything, and it's terrible. And then they start name dropping and shit like that, and then oh yeah, just because you like, dude, I know most of the same people. Like, and it doesn't matter. Like, I'm never getting to WWE. So, like, why does it matter who I know in WWE? Like, I don't need to know those people. I'm an independent wrestler, and I'm an old man, so I know I ain't getting to WWE. So why does it matter who you know in WWE? I don't care. Like name drop
No,
bullying and
the
name
people he
dropping
knew in
and
OKC.
just because you know people in WWE, it's just another
All the
way
people who
of
thought he knew.
yeah, it's just another way of them trying to intimidate. Say, oh, I know this person, so if you know, I'm gonna tell them this, and I get that shit all the time. Like, and then I'm like, I don't care who you know because it's irrelevant. You know, we none of us mean really anything. We're all this big in this world. And we're all trying to build ourselves. I mean, and there's no reason to talk down about anybody, you know, or talk down to them when we should all be trying to fucking instead of being the stones that we step on, lift each other up instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Point. That's a good point. Now, last night, I went on to Facebook and I put some messages. Okay, here comes. Okay, we got another person
Oh,
coming
hey, Tony.
in. Hey,
Tony,
yeah,
can I tell you one more thing?
yeah. Go ahead. We're all together on this, brother.
He showed up in May of this year because he was insistent on seeing my brand new ring that looks so pro. And that was before my new apron. I got this at the last few, but back in May. And when he seen that, he wouldn't get in it and started screaming again a little bit. And then my mom come out and kind of shut him down and made him leave the property. my
Yeah.
mom, my mom lives nearby, and she could hear him screaming, and she's like, "You know what? You need to get out of here." And I'm like, "You really do, man." Yeah, because he was screaming, "I'd fall through that thing. I'd fall through the center of that thing. Look at it. Look at that janky metal shit you got up there."
Yeah, you were
Galaxy.
pretty bad when you started that show, but you know what? You showed real heart, and the
No,
people.
no, the metal. This one, this ring you just talked about.
Okay,
He was in May of this year, came down and was screaming about, "Look at that janky metal looking bullshit on there. I
hmm.
could fall through that." And my mom made him leave because she realized he was bullying me outside.
But this wasn't the only bully situation you had to deal with this year. That other guy came on, and he was just as bad as the first guy. I mean, he really got under your skin. That other guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
I want you guys to welcome Ryan Douglas to the show. He's
Right.
a new a new wrestler for Precision Combat League, and also Fonzie over here.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Fonzie's a new. He wants to come on the show. He's been a professional wrestler for a long time.
I've only been for 5 years. I've been wrestling 5 years. But in 5 years, I've earned 3 championship titles, and we broke the world record for the world's longest Ironman match. It's still being confirmed by Guinness, but
awesome.
A lot done in 5 years.
So, Nathan down here, Nathan down here, he's from DeLand. That's my hometown, DeLand, Florida, and he had to deal with a lot of bullying growing up. But he had a friend who was also dealing with some bullying. She was on a podcast with us, or we were talking to her because when we were doing the Facebook Live, as the messages would come up, we would read the messages, and they were kind of interacting that way. But he could probably tell you a little story about how he's bullying. We're not dropping any names on here because we're trying to be positive.
Right. Okay.
We're trying to be positive, but you can go ahead. And also, D Love Waters, he's the Golden Gloves champion. He's joining us now.
Oh yeah.
You love.
Hey, Tony,
Yo,
look at this. See that?
wow.
Oh,
You see that, Tony?
Whoa.
You see all that? You see this down here?
What happened?
We're being bullied by high school students. Not sometimes in some weekends.
Dang.
They're not hitting it. They're not just knocking and running. They're hitting something to dent that metal.
That's
Wow.
vandalism. That's terrible.
So they do it in the middle of the night, bang, 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 and run off.
So we have a topic for tonight's podcast, and that is body shaming. We lost a family member due to that last night, and it's really sad. And I don't want to go into the details, but I just want to tell you that if you're out there and if you don't have anything nice to say, then really you shouldn't say anything at all. Because even though we say that sticks and stones can break my bones and names can never hurt me, that stuff does hurt you. You could have a great morning, everything's going just fine, and then someone bullies you, and then for the rest of the day you're like emotionally distraught and stuff like that. So Nathan just came on, Doug just came on, and D. Louie is on. Welcome, you guys.
Hi. Welcome,
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Yeah.
My biggest bully is Tony. I mean, not Tony, my dad. Who was my ref.
Oh, like I don't
before
believe
Kendall.
Okay.
Not you, Tony. I meant to say Gary. The referee before Kendall started, the girl. He would tell Kira each week what her body weight was, if she looked fat, if she looked skinny, or if my kids looked fat, or how fat my stomach looked, or how non-fat my stomach looked. And so that's kind of why he's not a referee no more, was bullying.
Well, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I'm an alcoholic, and when after I had my DUI in 2018, I had a big period of sobriety. Yeah. And during that sobriety, I learned some empathy. I learned how to put myself in someone else's shoes and really try to feel what that person's feeling. I really gained a lot of empathy. And so that's one of the good things that I got from my sobriety. It's empathy. It really grew inside of me. The empathy did.
Yeah.
Definitely. I saw it.
Would you like to share a story with us about would you like to share a story with us about bullying or something that you've dealt with?
Well, I'd like to say something. I mean, a lot of times when I have mental issues, and I too am an alcoholic. And a lot of times, when I get bullied, I will lash out, and it's not defensible. We need to learn how to control our anger and stuff, because I'm guilty of body shaming and stuff. Because if somebody who's bigger than me, taller than me, if they're a foot taller than me and twice as wide as me, and they try to bully me, I might say something that could be highly offensive. And I'm not saying that because I'm very guilty of doing it. I've done it recently when I was getting bullied by I'm not gonna say, but somebody who, I mean, I left in the past because it's another one of these people that try to intimidate, and I just I can't tolerate that. But I mean, we ourselves too, as we can't be victims. For one, we can't be victims, but we also can't lash out in anger, because then that reflects badly on us because of how we're handling the situation. And that's another thing, along with being bullied, you have to know how to react in a way to neutralize the situation rather than escalate it, so it's not a reciprocating thing, you know what I mean, to where it doesn't become a back and forth.
For instance, like when they bang on my door and it causes Kira to scream and cry in the middle of the night, I told her to try her hardest next time to just be really quiet and just come to me where we can make a call. That way, if they don't hear her screaming and crying, it doesn't give them fuel to say, ha ha ha, listen to how upset she's getting.
Yeah, reaction.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they want. They want, because there's actually there's a TikTok challenge where they're doing that shit. It's a TikTok challenge where they're going banging on doors, kicking doors, and to get the reaction of the people who live there, and kids that are doing that are gonna end up getting shot because they're bullying
For real.
for views. And there's already been a couple kids that went to jail for it, but it's partially a TikTok challenge, but then they're probably targeting you guys because what you're doing with your family and your YouTube channel and stuff. I mean, it makes you anything you do positive will make you a target for
Yeah.
bullying. Because if you're doing something good in life,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to look down on you, and they're always going to try to cut you down, and do something to halt your progress. And it's just human nature.
And
Yeah.
we're in sports entertainment. Here we got a wrestler over here, we got a wrestler over there. With this guy, he's a Golden Glove champion. I'm an international champion, boxing. And here we got a family friendly show over here and we got a music enthusiast here, people from all different walks of life. But I wanted to address the fact that we're in sports entertainment here, and in sports entertainment, you find a lot of bullies. Like some in boxing, you find it too. We as boxers, we can go out and be mean and unreasonable too, and as wrestlers too. But what I'd like you to challenge you to do is to try to show compassion, to overcome evil with love. And that's what I always say on this podcast is try to show empathy, because if that person's being mean to you, they're probably really going through something. You know what I mean? And what Fonzie was saying is, and I think, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I think you were saying that when you're doing something, people are going to put you down. I think it's because of jealousy, because they can't do what we do.
No,
No.
that's exactly kind of what I was saying.
Because our heart is in this. We're entertainment. We work in entertainment. Nathan, he's a big music enthusiast, but maybe he can share some of his stories about being bullied as a kid. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, being bullied as a kid, it happened pretty often. Just because I was a smaller guy, as I said, about 100 pounds, 5 foot. I'm still only 5'5", 125 pounds. I'm still little, So actually, even at an older age, I still get laughed at. As I said, I go down to the beach and wear shorts because my legs are skinny and white. And and I told the guy that made fun of me, I didn't like you were saying, I didn't retaliate on them. I just said, hey, they're white because since I was a kid, I was picked on, so I always wore pants to cover it up. Then the bullying stopped because they didn't see my legs. But now they're white because they haven't seen sun in 20 years, So, and that's okay. So I've learned to either avoid them or take different path. Like if I'm at school, if I go this way, that guy's waiting for me. And I'm an easy target because I'm a little guy. And so I said I would avoid. I would cover myself up. Where even a blue jean jacket, cover my arms because I got skinny little arms too. So people didn't see it. There was nothing for them to make fun of. But also the older I get, even when it does happen now, I just walk up to them and I smile and I just look at them. I go, are you done yet? Do you feel better for putting me down? And a lot of times that just satisfies their curiosity of whatever they're doing, and they stop. And then I just turn around and I walk away. But I don't do anything to escalate it because I'm not a violent person. I'm more of like a mediator. Hey, let's talk about this. Why are you making fun of me? Why am I so different? I got 4 eyes because I wear glasses. Just simple, small things adds up. On a daily, weekly, if it's consistent over and over again, and it did affect me where sometimes I didn't even want to go outside. It's like, why go outside? I'm gonna go down the street to a little pond by my mom's house, and I'm gonna get beat up because I'm smaller. And it happened quite often. But I try my best for it not to not to affect me. Tried anyway. But like as somebody else was saying in there, that a lot of the bulliers, I do believe that they have some kind of issue going on at home with family, maybe a neighbor, abuse, neglect, who knows? But they got hidden anger in there, and they take it out on somebody else to make themselves feel better. Is from what I've perceived.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's probably something going on inside of them that's not right, and that's the reason why I always say overcome evil with love and show compassion. If you guys want to support the Anti-Bully podcast here on the DR Project, we're going to be selling these Show Compassion t-shirts. So there'll be a link below the video here where you guys can buy a Show Compassion t-shirt. There might be some other merchandise there as well, but definitely support this podcast. We do this every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We just started using Zoom, so we're not live on Facebook. We're recording this and then we're posting it, but we're going to figure out how to do to interface them together because it's a new thing. It's a relatively new thing.
Could we do more
Oh, you're gonna
t-shirts?
hey, are you gonna post those bumps, Tony?
What is that?
Are you gonna post all the front flip bumps and all that stuff I did?
Yeah, I started recording when you came on earlier, so it's all there. Yeah, it's all on there.
Oh yeah, that's
That
a
was
nice
crazy.
ring. That's a nice ring.
Everybody loves your ring, Travis.
I want to go work in that ring.
Yep.
26
And these
degrees
two
out.
guys right here, look, all three of these guys want to come and wrestle in your ring, and I
want to go work. I like those ropes.
I told you
I do top rope stuff. I do top rope stuff.
I saw it.
And check it out. Fonzie is a lot closer to you than these guys are.
Yep.
He's just
See,
right.
I was hitting them ropes as fast as Braun Breaker can. I mean, they'll hit as hard as you want to throw at yourself at them. Even my brother, he's almost 300 pounds. He can throw his body, and they just keep flinging you.
So
I just want to jump off them top ropes. I just want to do some top rope stuff.
Okay, get on and watch. Go to my YouTube channel, New Age
What's your
Championship
YouTube? I'm
Wrestling.
gonna after we get off, I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube.
Misfit Wrestling. They do everything off the top rope. I mean, Giggles the Clown, Mercy, Larry, Lucky Larry, all of them. Everything off the top rope.
Oh.
So you guys know Travis is actually inviting all of us here
Right on
to come fight on his show.
Yes.
And I'm inviting every single organization that doesn't have a wrestling ring.
So give me dates.
Backyard stuff to come here and do it in a ring.
Give me
We're
dates.
coming. We're coming. You've been challenging me and challenging me. I'm gonna come wrestle you.
And with my spring design in it, your back will last forever. You're not in a stiff ring. It looks stiff, and that's it. Your padding is $3,195, and your crash pads, you can throw yourself off the top rope. You're fine. You're gonna get up every time.
I'm not a wrestler. I'm a boxer, but hey, man, I'll come wrestle you because you said you're going to show me some stuff. So now I know that Ryan Douglas down here, he's been training so hard. He's been training with Ali Muhammad from Orlando, and Doug's been training out there in Daytona, and they're fixing to go.
What's the ring name?
Ryan Douglas. That's just my ring.
Ryan Douglas. Ryan.
Yeah, that's something I'd actually like to do. I've never wrestled and before or boxed or anything other than just playing around as kids. But are y'all gonna have a small enough league for me weight wise?
Hey, you can always get training. You can always get training. It ain't that hard.
All right,
and it's good.
You can be a fan. We need fans too. We can, if everybody was a wrestler, we'd have an audience.
Yeah.
Well, that
sounds fun.
New Age Championship Wrestling YouTube channel. New Age, like the New Age Outlaws.
Subscribe.
New Age Championship Wrestling.
I'm subscribing tonight.
Okay, so today we on the Anti-Bully podcast, we're trying to talk about body shaming because people are doing that, and it doesn't feel too good. But it would be nice if people could show more respect to each other. They don't, though. They really don't. We live in a cancel culture where everybody's a lot of negativity. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, D-Love. Go ahead.
Well, then we could worry about ourselves, and then we could feel good because I saw you guys look like you was feeling good, and then you gave me an idea that if we all just feel good, then even if somebody's bullying somebody, because Nathan said that, he said, I wonder, did they feel better yet? And I said, because everybody's trying to feel good like it's a limited source, like we got to pass it around and only one person could feel good at a time. But when we learn how to everybody feel good and make each other feel good, and then that feels good for us, then we'll probably be the richest. And instead of focusing on being scared or being something, we could just focus on feeling good. No matter what happens, we got to feel good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you can't spread no love if you ain't feeling good about yourself.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So you speak of anti-bullying, Tony. Do you have advice on how to not bully yourself. If you're like me, sometimes I'll look at myself and be like, I'm almost bullying myself sometimes.
You know, you've heard it said before that you're your own worst critic, right? It's true. We're
Yeah.
super hypercritical of ourselves. I mean, just like when we're fixing to go on a podcast, we're like, "Oh man, oh, is my tie straight? Oh, can you see me?" I'm just saying, we're always more critical of ourselves than other people are. Well, not always. I mean, there's people out there that are really putting us down and stuff. But
Yeah.
but these two guys here, D Love and Ryan Douglas down here, these guys are really great at like sports medicine and vitamins and eating right and stuff like that. They know how to the right combination of what you need to do to keep your body healthy.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
you got
what
to keep your
Eleanor
mind
Roosevelt
healthy.
said? You guys heard what Eleanor Roosevelt said about bullying? Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the first lady. She said, it takes two to be for anybody to be superior, and if they try to make somebody inferior, you have to agree to them first. So if somebody never agrees to it that they're inferior, then they're never going to be inferior. Well, it was a good quote that you guys could look up to see I'm saying it right. And she was talking about everybody, equality. Sometimes black people didn't feel like if they was inferior, but she said it takes two people. So even if somebody's trying to bully you, if you don't accept that you're the bully, no matter what they're doing, you say, well, I forgive them, so I'm gonna feel good. Kind of like I don't have to be mad at them for trying to hurt me,
Yeah.
since we're older.
Yep.
Well, we're at the age where in life we should just pass it by. We should have so many things going on in our lives that one person or two persons bullying us online or whatever should be insignificant. We're more mature than that. Like we shouldn't even pay attention to those types of things or react to them because that's exactly what they want. That's why they do it. They crave the reaction. They
I
want that
just feel
negative
good.
response because
Yeah,
they feed off that. It makes them feel good to make you feel bad.
there you go.
That's the bottom
Like
line.
Anderson trying to demand I apologize in person for being upset about how he was screaming at me outside about wanting to get paid. I'm like, I apologize if I said something out of line, but he's no, you're not a man unless you apologize in person.
Please don't
I'm
name
like,
drop.
you
I
can
mean, it's
forgive
okay.
somebody at a distance.
I would just feel good for that.
Name drop Travis. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we don't want to drop names on here if you can help that. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
no,
just
it's
saying
okay. You're okay.
you
You're
can forgive somebody at a distance.
okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just want to.
No, I know what you mean. I didn't mean to. I'm saying that's why I said Mister. But like, it, you can forgive somebody without telling them you forgive them too.
Yeah.
You just cut them out of your life and just don't let them interfere with what you're doing. Don't let them interfere with your progress. You don't need a bully in your life because all they're going to do is keep trying to control what you do and control your emotions and tear you down because it makes them feel good. And sometimes it might just be out of cruelty because, I mean, there are just people who are just cruel in this world. It might not be because something happened to them. They might just be an asshole. I mean, honestly.
True.
Yeah, I call them the dark entities.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, we
They
say that.
made,
Oh, don't let it affect you. They're just bullies.
they made a song like that
House out
too.
of you. There's a song.
Yeah, because I'm in Colorado, and they said when somebody tried to bully you, and then I got high. They tried to say all this mean stuff, and then I got high. But just with legal marijuana, legal stuff, though. Healthy
Yeah,
stuff.
Well,
my
I'm glad I'm
my
in a
legal
legal state.
my legal card I have in Oklahoma. I do have a legal card for what I have, and
Then you
you
forget
know.
you smoked a peace pipe, and you forget what you was fighting about.
Yeah, you just I mean, if they smoke.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys
Well,
need
I
to
just quit. I
this
had not
podcast
smoked for
with
about a year. I
But I
just
mean, you
started
can always
smoking again.
offer them a beer. You know, there's always ways to make peace. I mean, you don't have to
Can I
be
tell
strong.
y'all something though?
Feeling good. What?
Can I tell y'all something I'm very proud of in my life?
Go ahead.
On January 22nd, I will be celebrating whatever year it is because on January 22nd, 2018, I quit cigarettes and meth.
Awesome.
That's
Oh
great.
man,
Fuck yeah.
good
In,
job,
in
man.
my kitchen, not rehab. It was God took my hand and said, "Hey, you have a moment to die or live," and so
Wow.
I chose that moment to live, and it was the hardest thing I ever done. But I mean, cold turkey cigarettes from 11 years old till 2018,
That's
and
a
meth.
great
Well,
blessing.
no, meth was like a 5 to 6 year addiction, but I'm saying
That takes a
cigarettes was
lot of
all my
willpower.
life.
You're
Yeah,
strong.
it does.
Yeah,
I
Awesome.
try to
I have a
quit.
drinking problem. I have a drinking problem, and I'm trying to. And I admit that I have a problem with it. I'm struggling with it. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
sucks.
I have a
If you
problem.
were in Oklahoma, you'd have a card and you wouldn't have to drink.
This is what I got. I got this for my drinking problem because I can't
But
stop drinking either. I
but
have
it's
to stop
not good for me.
my drinking problem.
Smoking and drinking is both not good for me. So I'm backsliding, but oh well.
But we all have problems and we all have flaws, but we shouldn't call each other out on our flaws, especially like
Oh no! Cigarettes. I'm saying I quit them because it was necessary at the time because I was one of those. You keep every single cigarette butt. You ask your friends, "Hey, don't dump your ashtray." I was bad. I mean, even though I was addicted to what I was addicted to, like with meth for so many years, cigarettes was like a worse drug almost because I would be on the streets if I was out. I'd be on the side of the street looking for a cigarette butt.
That also.
Yeah, been
I
there.
was bad.
well,
Yeah,
So
that's
it was
I was able.
necessary to act.
congratulations.
I'll tell you how I quit smoking cigarettes, and this might help you. I don't know, but when my daughter was born, I was outside the hospital after smoking most of my life. Since I was like 9 years old. Unfortunately, I started at a young age, but I was outside of the hospital when my daughter was born, and I said to myself, I said, I want to see my daughter graduate from high school. So I outside of the hospital, I must have smoked 2 packs of cigarettes. At the time, I was buying like generic Marlboros. They were called Mustang, full flavor Mustang, and I smoked 2 whole packs of cigarettes outside of there before she was born. I mean, I smoked until I was green, until my face turned green, and then I just quit smoking. I used my daughter as the tool. Just my love for her, wanted to see her graduate was my motivation to quit smoking. I did lapse one time. I did relapse one time, but I think smoking is one habit that's really hard to kick. But alcohol is a little bit different because,
Yeah,
like,
me
I
too.
don't, man.
That's kind of a genetic thing too, because with alcohol, it's kind of a genetic thing. Because I mean, if your whole family's been drinking all their lives since like 1,000 years, you're kind of genetically disposed to become
You
an
braved it
alcoholic,
already yet?
and it sucks. But you know what? There's no way to beat it but willpower. It's just like how you beat bullies with willpower. You just
Yeah, so I don't got much willpower, but I try to distract myself if I go to the gym. But then I was sick last week, so I couldn't go nowhere, and that's why I started smoking again because I was sitting home and I was sick. So I was like, man, I can't. I feel bad, and usually
well,
if I
shit, if
feel
you're just smoking weed, you're in Colorado.
yeah, but it's not good for my blood and my.
I'm smoking weed too. I got weed right here.
I'm
Yeah,
in Oklahoma, and you can have a
It's not
medical
good for your
card. And
lungs. It's not good for your lungs.
yeah. For me, it's not healthy for me.
It
It
might
hurts
be
that.
legal, but it's not good for you. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're not here to talk
We
about.
don't condone that. We don't condone
Yeah.
any drug use or any kind of stuff like that.
no,
We
no.
are just
Well,
No,
that's my key.
guys
That's
trying to
my key
keep.
is forgiveness. So I forgive everybody, no matter what, and that way I feel
Yeah.
happier. If somebody's a bully, I could be calm, and then we recognize each other. Like, okay, you know, I see you for what you are. If somebody's bullying, you got to see them for what they are. You can't feel like you're at the back end of that. Like if it's a punch coming, if you turn your
Heck
head
yeah.
sideways, it hurts more. But if you deal with it head on, then it don't really hurt.
Come here.
Well, because they're looking for something. They're trying to fill some kind of a void in their life.
Maybe they are, but we're just assuming.
That's why they got. That's why they got to bully. That's why they got to. That's why they got to try to punch
Yeah.
down
I
on the
don't
little
know what
guy.
it is.
That's why we can't do that either. And
No,
that's why, like,
I just worry about me because I don't know about them. I just got to try to feel good. Because even girls, sometimes relationships, everything gets to me like that. But I just say, I'll just be alone.
well,
So when picking on
you need
you,
to worry about yourself first. Take care of yourself first,
listen
because
to them.
you can't love anybody else if you ain't feeling good. If you
Yeah.
inside your heart,
That's
if
true.
you ain't feeling good, you can't go out into this world and spread love. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why a lot of these bullies bully,
They bully
because
her at
within
school.
within their heart, their hearts are fucked up,
Well,
and
they
they're
bullied
trying to
me to,
fill some
to
kind of
take
void
my
in their
kid,
heart, so they go and try to fuck with people.
my
So they
9-year-old kid, to a different state. So that hurt me because they bullied me. So,
It's
they,
some girl that's bullying me, and it's getting annoying, and I don't like it.
like this one girl named Kat. Well, we're not gonna say names, but she just even if the teachers tell her stuff, she still finds a way to get Kira almost every other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we say that it doesn't bother us, but I'm an entertainer and I play music because I like to make people happy with my music. But there's times where I feel like I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna entertain people, I'm gonna make them happy, and I'm gonna sing, and then somebody bullies me, and then all of a sudden I lose my vibe. I'm not happy anymore. And now, how am I supposed to spread joy to other people when I'm miserable inside because somebody was mean to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you got to step away. Sometimes you got to take a step back, take time for yourself, let
Mm-hmm.
yourself heal, take care of yourself, think of yourself
yeah.
first, and then you go back out
Mm-hmm.
into the world. Make yourself a better person. That way they can't bully you. That way, they can't look
Mm-hmm.
down on you. They can't talk all this
That's how I
shit
feel.
talk on you and treat you bad. You can go back out. You take a step back, leave the world for a minute, take time for yourself, take care of yourself, and then you can go back and you can tell them, hey, look at me. You can talk down on me. It doesn't matter because I know the kind of person that I am and I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that love, it'll just spread. The love for yourself, that's where you got to
Yeah.
start. You got to start within your own heart, because if you don't start within your own heart, you can't spread fucking any love anywhere. Like, where's it gonna go? If you don't love yourself, how are you gonna love anybody else? So you got to start with yourself, and don't care about what other people say, because
That's
no
easier
matter
said
how
than
old you
done,
are,
Fonzie. That's easier said than done. My mom told me the same thing. Don't worry about what people say about you, but it's true. They get under your skin. They get right
It
up.
hurt.
no, I mean, I can attest, because I get into a lot of fights in the wrestling world because of what people say about me, and I have negative reactions. I have a big mouth, and
Mm-hmm.
I have a tendency to tell a lot of people fuck off. And I'm just saying this straight off. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody offends me or somebody goes against my morals, or how I feel about something, then I just, like, I don't care if I get fired. I don't care if they don't. I'm never gonna wrestle again. But if you offend me, or you, you, you try to talk down to me, or bully me or something, I'll tell you fuck off, and then that's it. And I get in a lot of trouble with that. But I mean, we can't let people control. I mean, we're destined to do what we're supposed to do, but we can't let people control how we feel, and making us hate ourselves. That's what bullies do. That's why they talk body shame. That's why they call you a nerd. That's why they say people are stupid. You're old. You're retarded. You're an alcoholic. I mean, I've been told all kinds of things, and you have to get to the point where it breaks. It breaks you, and you say, "Oh, I don't care no more. I'm still here, and I love myself enough to invest in my time into me, to where I can improve, to where I can be a good example, and I can go out into the world and show people love, and instead of being like them."
Yeah, exactly. So, Kiara was going to share a bully story with us, and so was Diego, or
Yeah.
D Love was going to share a
Come
story
here.
too. Are you still? Did you still want to share with us, Kiara?
Yeah, she's coming.
Okay. Oh, we're waiting for her. Do you want to go ahead and share with us, Diego, what you were saying?
Tell her they want to know about this.
Okay, Kiara.
Huh?
So you were
They want to know.
you wanted to share a bully story of how you're being bullied and stuff?
Oh yeah, so this girl at middle school, and oh yeah, so this girl in middle school, she bullied me almost the whole middle school, almost my whole month of school, and she was making fun of me, making fun of my glasses. I did not wear my glasses for a week, and she was just like bullying me every time that she ever even talked to me or even like said my name. She would just literally say something bad about me and like say like how ugly or whatever I am, whatever, like how ugly I am and how I dress. And it's annoying. It gets annoying, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's never fun to be bullied. Well, I can attest to this, you guys. Uh, Kiera Niles is a badass pro wrestler. She's the next big thing in pro wrestling. So look out for that name there, you guys, because she's awesome. She's totally awesome.
Her wrist flip, I'm telling you, it's devastating. I mean, he takes you to wrist flip city like Brock Lesnar does.
Oh
Yeah.
If she
no!
wrist flip city, I'm telling you, you have to go through about 6 wrist flips to your back, and then she's going to start DDTing you like Jake the Snake Roberts. She
No.
goes off.
Well, I really appreciate what you guys are doing down there in Oklahoma. And
Yes.
I'm gonna have to step out real quick, but please don't leave, you guys. The D. Louie was gonna share with you too.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I promise. Don't leave, please.
Yeah, the bullies. I don't get bullied no more though. Just when I was a little kid, I got bullied, and then I lost my mother, and then I didn't really then nothing could really bully you. I guess if you don't really care about nothing that much. So I guess if you getting bullied, you got to look inside because the world might not change, but if you change yourself, then the whole world will change, and you probably just
My
change yourself.
man, wow, what you said. I'm just saying, my wow.
Well, you too, you got older, huh? So
I'm just saying, like my bully, the way I handled my bully, I guess when I was 17. I didn't defend myself my whole life, and my brother kept saying, if you don't, he said, you don't confront him today. He's like, well, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. He's being a big bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he meant it though. He's like, I might throw you around a little bit. Like, I'm like, my bully, he's bigger than me. He goes, I don't care. I'm sick of it. I said, I'm sick of you watching you cower down and put your hands over your head, and I've seen it. I've seen this dude, and I'm like, what do you mean confront him? Like, when you see him walking, you're gonna go out to the street, and I'm saying, what? He says, I don't care if you punch, I don't care if you do anything. He goes, if you know a headlock, do something, take him to the ground. I'm like, he's like way bigger. He goes, I don't care. He goes, confront him.
Wow.
So the guy walked down the street, and as he was approaching my brother, because my brother knew the guy's patterns when he walked, he always a certain time of night. He goes, "You're gonna confront him," and I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yes, you are. I told you. If you don't, you're gonna handle me tonight." I was like, "Huh." So the guy walks, and I go out to the street, and I said, I'm shaky, I'm scared, and I'm almost cowering looking at him, but I'm standing in front of him, and I say, I don't like how you've treated me all my life. And he said, well, Dad, I don't give blah, blah, F. He goes, what are you trying to do here? And I said,
Awesome.
I want to fight you. He's like, what? He goes, I'll take you down in one motion. And he come at me like this. And somehow something inside me, inside my soul and my heart, avoided that arm, grabbed him by a neck, and took in the head, and the regular old chokehold goes to the ground, and I'm scared still. I'm holding this guy, and I'm starting to squeeze, and I'm holding the bully that's treated me bad my whole life in my arms, and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm squeezing harder, and my brother finally says, "All right, man, all right, don't you better let off that chokehold, like." And I'm like starting to scream at this guy, and my brother ain't telling me to, and I'm not letting go of the hold, and I start hitting him, and I start saying, "You're never gonna talk to me this way ever again." And I hit him, and I'm and this hold, and he's trying to muscle out, but he can't move. And I hit him again, and I said, "You'll never talk to me this. Nobody's at." And I started screaming, "Nobody's ever gonna talk to me this way ever again." And I hit him, and I held him, and I went to let him up. And I said, "Do I make myself clear?" And I had authority. And he looked at me like, "Oh man, now I'm up." And so I grabbed him in a second chokehold straight to the ground. The bully that's hurt me my whole growing up, a second time. And I start hitting him again. Then he starts saying, "Okay, okay, man, I got it. I got it. I'll stop. I'll never talk. I'll stop." And then I started saying, "Now call me your daddy." And he's like, "What? To call me your daddy now?" I said, "Who's your daddy?" And I'm squeezing, and I'm starting to feel confident to the bully that's bigger and scarier than me. And he said, "Okay, you're my daddy." I said, "Promise me you're never gonna ever say nothing about me ever again." I'm squeezing harder, and he's like, "Oh, okay, okay." I'm like, let him up, and he stands up, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry." I'm like, he's
Respect.
shaking hands at me, and I'm like, I'm still shaking, scared of him a little bit, but in me, I'm like, I want to take him in another chokehold. And so he says, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I grabbed his hand and I took him in a third chokehold instead of taking the apology. And then my brother starts begging me, "Hey, bro, all right, you've done enough. You proved your point. He just tried to okay, bro, you got it. You're good. Let him up." And I'm squeezing harder. I'm like, "I don't want him to ever do it again." He's like, "Stop." And that's when I wanted to be a pro wrestler. That's when I knew I had something inside of me that was strong from that moment.
That's great. Yeah.
Never had in my life knew I was strong at all till that moment.
Wow.
Being a pro wrestler is terrible.
All right, now we got all these pro wrestlers in here, boxers. This is so cool. Did you have a story you wanted to share with us, Doug? Oh,
Bullying. Yeah, I got bullied a lot when I was younger too. I was a old J, and I wasn't able to be a skateboarder in the land. So the older kids would pick on me, like constantly, beating me. Still, skateboard. Yeah, I done a lot of bullying. As I got older, though, I stood up to, and it stopped.
your audio's going in and out.
We'll try to go potty in the toilet first.
It's breaking up.
Yeah, your audio is breaking up.
Every time, bro.
That's okay. That's all right. So I promised that when I said we're going to do this podcast that I would have my dog singing and talking, right? So let's see if I can get that going. Come here, buddy. Come here, boy.
Okay, Tiger's gonna have to watch this one. Okay. No, watch the camera, not me.
All right, you guys. This is Buddy Dobbs, aka Dobby Dog.
Dobby Dog.
He's gonna sing. He knows a little song, right? You gonna sing, buddy?
The dog's gonna sing, Tiger. What?
Sing, Dobby. Ready? Sing a song, Dobby. I love you.
Uh-oh.
I love
Technical
you.
difficulties. Please stand by.
I love you. Don't bark, sing, dog.
I don't hear him, Tony. Is he making a noise?
You didn't hear him?
You can't hear.
Can you hear me?
You can hear you, but you can't hear the dog. Oh, okay.
Hey, sing, Dobby. Okay. Okay, go ahead. All right, you guys. Well, so if you know we're in sports entertainment, most of us. I mean, within the podcast here, Nathan Nemitz is our friend in D-Land. He's a music enthusiast. I'm sure he likes sports entertainment.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Don't you be a bully. I really don't think you'd be very nice to be.
So, and I'd like to say this again. I've said it before. You know, in sports entertainment, you know, whether you're a boxer or whether you're a pro wrestler, we tend to be like inflated egos. But let your ego go, man. Because if you put somebody else down, you really need to we need to lift each other up and not put each other down.
Yeah, you don't want to find
I'm coming for you.
No good.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Diamondback.
Yeah.
Ooh. These guys come wrestle on your show too, man. I'm gonna be there, so
I'll be there. I'll go.
we're all coming to wrestle on your show eventually.
I actually can't wait for some of them that's on here to check out
What's your channel? What's the name of your channel again? Because I don't have a good memory.
Okay, just write it down. New Age Championship Wrestling.
Oh man. What's a pen? No, I'm just kidding.
NCW, New Age Championship Wrestling.
Okay, I'm writing that down right now on my.
He's closer to you. Actually, Fonzie is closer to you than any of us because he just comes right over from New Mexico.
I'll write it down on my prescription pad here because I got all my prescriptions.
And even if I don't fight with you for real, I'll at least come on your show. I'm a great announcer, man. You know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And I would love to be part of what you're doing. I really would. Maybe you could put me in the story somewhere. I don't know. But
my goal is to get all these people that don't have a ring that are doing awesome stuff on Instagram with great views and doing things with their shows. Like they're doing it on trampolines. They're doing it on hard grounds. Invite them to New Age Championship Wrestling to do all them moves in a wrestling ring.
Oh, I got some moves.
You're my Ali Muhammad.
And I've also invited Tennessee Backyard Wrestling to come down because they don't have a good ring, but they have great talent.
Ali Muhammad is coming on, you guys. He's a famous wrestler.
Oh yeah, tell the guy my link. It's New Age. He's writing it down. New Age Championship Wrestling.
That's YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube channel New Age.
All right.
Like the New Age Outlaw.
I had to get my dried out.
You got to enable your camera.
Marker.
I think your camera's X'd out right on there. Ali, your camera's crossed off. You got to enable your camera for us to see you on here. There we go. There we go. There's a famous wrestler right there, you guys. Ali Muhammad. Hey, welcome to the podcast, brother.
Good afternoon. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
I'm sorry. I just got off of work. I'm almost home right now.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for joining us. Have you got a bully story that you can tell us about? Maybe something you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I do have like one story, and that is as an adult. You know.
Hey, if you want, is it a long drive home?
No, I'm almost there. Like
okay.
5 minutes.
If you want, we can wait on that because we want you to make it home safely. Okay. So if you want, you can just hang up and join back if you want to. because really, we don't want you to get into a wreck or nothing. You know,
No, it's okay.
I almost did 2 weeks ago. I almost did. Yeah.
we
I was
appreciate
on my phone
you.
2 weeks ago.
We want you to make it home safely for sure. But we don't mind waiting for you to get home to tell us the story.
Well, I mean, the pain's not so bad anyway. It's just like.
Yeah, I about died 2 weeks ago, Tony, being on my phone on the road.
I heard about that. You almost hit that semi truck, right?
By an inch, maybe.
Ooh.
Not 4 foot, not 1 foot, by maybe an inch.
What happened?
Oncoming. I was being bored, I guess, scrolling TikTok, being dumb, and I'm over here. I guess I'm over here. I guess not even realizing, and then I start looking at my peripheral, and luckily I did because, like, let me try to explain. It wasn't moving the truck here. It was right there. I mean, last split second.
I hope you're not still playing on your phone after that.
No.
Because
I'm
I'll
glad
tell you
you
something
asked.
happened to me last year. I was coming into Denver because I like to go to Colorado. It's 230 miles that way, but I like to go over there. I like to go to Colorado. I have some friends over there and stuff. My friend D. Louie is over there. I like to go to Colorado. And on my way to Colorado, I looked down at my cell phone. I pulled up to, I think it was Colfax and Airport Boulevard. And I pulled up to the light. The light was red. The car in front of me stopped. And I looked down at my phone. Someone was sending me a text message. And I looked up and I saw the light turn green. And then I saw the brake lights go out. And I looked back down at my phone and I stepped on the gas and ran into the car right in front. And I had to get out and exchange insurance information and apologize to them. And of course, I'm insured, so my insurance covered it. But they changed the laws in Colorado now that if you are on a telephone and driving, you can get a fine for that and be arrested. They made it effective January 1st. You cannot have a phone and drive at the same time in Colorado. They changed the laws out there because of that.
I'll never do it again after that rude awakening.
I don't know. Are you still there, D Louie? Did we lose D Louie? Oh, I guess he's talking to somebody there. So, that's pretty crazy, huh? And I'm so stupid for that. And I felt so bad for them because even though my insurance paid to fix their car, that had to be a big inconvenience for them because they were coming all the way from like way out in East Colorado up to the city. And now here it is. I smashed into the back of their car and I didn't total their car, but I'm pretty sure I raised my insurance rates, Oh, what happened to we lost Travis here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm still here somehow. I don't know how I'm also here.
Okay.
What?
You're back now.
I was going to try to catch a New Age for the guy at New Age Championship Wrestling for him writing it down.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I got it written down. I'm gonna, as soon as we're done here, I'll go to my my YouTube account and subscribe.
Make sure you put a space between that new and age.
Oh, all right.
So you're gonna have JamTone and you're gonna have Ryan Douglas and let's see, you're gonna have JamTone and Ryan Douglas. Possibly D Love might come on. So you're definitely gonna get JamTone and Ryan Douglas and Fonzie over here. He's gonna come on the show.
Definitely. Fonzie LaFleur.
Yeah, man. We're coming on your show, Travis. So
the flower.
Be ready for us, man. Oh yeah, and Muhammad Ali or Ali Muhammad probably will. Did I say Muhammad? Yeah, Ali Muhammad probably wants to come down and do a little something with Ryan Douglas. They've been training together. He's a famous wrestler. He wrestles all over the country, and you can hate him if you want, but he is doing stuff while other people are sitting at home. He's getting bookings. He's getting bookings all over the country, flying all over, going on all these. While you guys are sitting at home, he's getting all the things and going and flying and wrestling all over the country.
I just relinquished my title. To sit at home. Yeah, I got to get back out on the road.
I want to go out on the road too, but I got to get some better wheels. Really, with my tax return, I'm going to get some better wheels.
Well, I'll be back. I'll be back in Colorado in March at Steel City with Jay Sizzle. So I'll be getting back out there.
We're going to have one of these little sessions here with some musicians get together and jam. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. And
I mean, it'd be cool for me to like reach out to other musicians. We can have a jam session virtually across the map. It's like, wow.
yeah, I'd do that. Yeah.
You do that?
No, yeah, I definitely would. I'd even even write some songs for the arena itself while the wrestling matches are going on. You know?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I got 4 metal bands coming down next month to do a concert around my ring while we do matches in the background.
Well, on our show, Precision Combat League, we allow sometimes to bring a band in during the intermission, but we never let them play a full set. And the reason why is because when people are paying to come watch a fight, we don't want to put a concert on while they're putting on a fight. What we'll do is we'll let them sing a song, and if the crowd absolutely loves it, we'll let them have an encore. But we're not going to turn a pro wrestling show into a rock concert or something like that, because people are paying tickets to watch a fight. They're not coming to listen to a concert. You know what I mean?
I think what they're doing is they want to film a music video for their bands is what they're trying to do, because this is a one-off. This ain't something I'm going to have regularly, you know? Mm-hmm. I think what they really want is a music video really badly around a ring, and I'm the one that can provide it.
Well, I love the way that when you have your show, you go out there and you play your electric guitar and stuff, and you shred on the guitar. That's freaking awesome, man.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. We love.
And then on my off time, I play blues, and I love rock, and I love rock and roll, and it ain't all just heavy stuff, you know. I love classical. I love everything.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm a working musician. I play in honky tonks all over the country. You know, I play a lot of.
That's awesome.
70s, 80s rock and roll, stuff like that. A lot of acoustic rock and roll I play. See, I got to get together with this guy, man. Yeah. I know he's going to kick my butt in the ring because I'm making my debut as a wrestler. You know, I'm not a wrestler. No, I'm not a wrestler, but he keeps challenging me, so I'm going to have to go do it, right? But wow, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a mask on your thumb. We'll get you out there where you don't get, you know. You don't got to be totally called out on it. You know, we'll get a mask on you. And, you know, what you can do is you just jump off the top rope and give me like 12 frog splashes like the guy. What's his name on WWE? What's his name?
Otis?
What is it? Bronson Reed or no?
I can do the worm across the ring, you know, the Otis thing.
No. What's his name? That they throw security in to stop him from doing so many frog splash. What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
we could get you trained.
No, we're gonna have Tony go off the top rope 12 times, 12 frog splashes, and then he's just gonna then he's gonna pick me up and press me over his head and just throw me over the top rope.
After 12 frog splashes.
Yeah.
We'll have our whole roster in there trying to stop him from doing another frog splash every time.
You guys are killing me.
And then you'll still do another one even after everybody's standing there.
I'm 51 years old, man. I'm a producer. I'm not a wrestler.
Oh, you can do this. You'll enjoy it once you go there.
And I'm not 51 yet. I'll be 51. I'm dropping on 51. But yeah, I'm not a wrestler. I am a boxer, and I do like boxing.
Oh, I'll make you look like a bad to the bone wrestler when you get down. I will sell the crud out of it for you, man.
Nice. That's nice. I know you're gonna come off that top rope with that flying elbow drop that Macho Man had. Like, woo!
Top rope.
My main move is the top rope clothesline, but my signature is the diamond plex, where you set them up into a suplex position, but you end up body slamming them. It looks different, but it ends up into a body slam. You set them up like a suplex, but so it looks pretty cool.
We can have so much fun here, and we don't really have any beef. We really don't have any real beef. We're just, you know, we have so
And
much.
you know what, brother? When you get down to NCW, Diamondback is gonna strike.
Yikes! I'm already scared, bro. I'm already. Okay, well, we're gonna give Ali Muhammad the floor. He has a bully story that he's gonna tell us, or something like that, or some kind of story. So you got Ali Muhammad.
Good afternoon, guys. So a little personal history. So when it comes to bullying, I have never experienced it when I was a child. Basically, throughout all elementary, middle, and high school, I wasn't bullied, which is probably a rare thing these days. But what I didn't know, and one of my teachers even talked about this, was there is like a workplace bullying, which is like if you're a new hire. A lot of times, the older, more tenured employers will make you do all the menial work as a hazing ritual. So when it comes to professional wrestling, now in wrestling, there is locker room talk, and there are times where we do say things that are a bit excessive, but it's all in good fun, you know? And I don't know if my name gives it away, but I am an Arab Muslim. So a lot of times, like when we do jokes, is in a playful way, we do talk about my religion and my ethnicity. So one time I was with this promotion back in I want to say 2019, 2020. I'm not gonna name the promotion. One, they're already out of business, and two, I don't want everybody crying online that says, "Oh, Ali said this and that is not true," when it is. So in this promotion, I was pushed to be a major heel to face the head champion. And in the locker room, well, in the messenger group chat in the promotion, uh, I would talk to the guys. We would discuss plans for the next show, and of course, we would like to play a joke. Now, in this promotion, most of the owners and wrestlers are Caucasian. Country folks, basically hillbilly rednecks. And of course, I take small jabs at them as, one wrestler would. And I'm not saying anything excessive. I'm just saying, like, I hope y'all, got your welfare checks today, or make sure, you cook up your possum tonight. Something more or less harmful. And, a lot of times when they talk about me, is like, don't you have a 7-Eleven to work at? Or where's your camel? Again, it's all in good fun. But then, like, it got to a point where the owner was like, every time I say hello or what's the next plan, whatever, he goes like, hey, camel humper. And not these exact
Oh,
words, but I am like trying to keep this PG. But it's like to a point, I was like, hey man, like every time I say hello, good afternoon, you keep calling me a camel. But oh, it's all good fun. I was like, well, stop being funny, after a while. So when you gonna, stop doing it? It's like, okay, okay, no worries, man. It's just all good fun. And then eventually, like I said, I was originally pushed to be a major hero to face the champion, but when I was at this promotion, I got more reaction than the head babyface. The Booker got nervous because he doesn't like the fact that I'm more popular than his head babyface. So he tried to do something else and make me a potential tag champion with this up and comer German wrestler at the time. Right now, he is a head champion for WWN, but at the time, he wants me to be his mentor to be a tag champion. And of course, we were the biggest heel. Kick off a big title round for the tag champs, right? And then we were asking what was going to be the finish, and every big spot, every big, heavy impact, I'm always the victim. I'm supposed to go through the table. I'm supposed to get my back spray painted with paint with USA in the back. And at the end, I'm supposed to get like a US flag stuffed up my rear end. I
Oh,
was like, yo, what is going on? Like, why
The
y'all
wrestling
trying to
industry is fucking terrible. I'll address what this guy says because I've gotten into real fights because of stuff like this where
and I
there's
understand
that
that I'm
in the back where I always gotta win, and they get what they want. They get to go over, but
mhm.
then you got this constant little fucking shadow that follows you because these fuckers just want to fuck with you for no reason, and I ignore it now. I don't work that much anymore. I only get like a match every like 2-3 months now because of all this kind of crap.
Right.
But it's because it's just there's just too much of this. I'm the big man. I'm the boss and
right.
name dropping and in the wrestling industry, bullying is terrible.
It is.
And if you stand up for yourself, you end up not working. And if you,
You're seen as difficult, yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you
because
guys. I'm gonna
right
tell you
now
right now.
I don't work because I stand up for myself
Yep.
and I stood up for myself and I I get blacklisted like once a year because somebody always tries to mess with me, and then
People
maybe
are
I do
always
have
trying
kind of a little
to put it
bit
down,
of a
man.
big mouth, but
People are always trying to put this guy down, but I can attest to it. He is one of the nicest guys I know, and there's nobody more deserving of a title than Ali Muhammad. This guy is so dedicated to the sport, and he's such a great person. He's fun to be around. He's a nice person. He's actually training with Ryan Douglas, trying to show him the ropes and stuff, and he's just a really solid guy. I mean, I'm not going to judge him for his religion. I mean, that's his business. You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, as long as he's got a good moral compass, it doesn't matter. He's a good person.
Right.
If you think he's championship material,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good man to me. I mean, there's no judgment here because I get judged all the time too, based on who I am and what I believe and what I do, and so I can't say nothing.
Right.
And like I do pride myself of being a professional, and that was the one time where I no showed a show. Is because like I got tired of this guy keep badgering me, and I was like, if I'm see him, I'm gonna fight him. Like this is just gonna fall enough. Like I'm all for jokes. I have a thick skin, but it's like this guy just keep pounding on it. And I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm trying to be, professional. I'm trying to be friendly, but y'all just taking advantage. I'm not gonna show up. Y'all gonna talk to me like this. And the booker begged me to show up. I was like, no, like if y'all are going to disrespect me when I'm being more than helpful, then I'm not going to deal with y'all anymore.
Good.
And the booker doesn't want anything to do with me now, but I have never want to do anything with him either because like basically all of Florida independent wrestlers don't like to deal with him. So, and to this day, like I'm like what Tony said, I'm more sought out because my professionalism speaks to itself, and I know how to, put on a show. I know how to interact with the crowd. So in the end, I came out as a winner.
Cool. As
Awesome.
long as you continue, you're always a winner.
You know
Don't
what?
quit.
If your heart's in
Keep
it,
going.
I'm not going to judge you by what I'm not going to judge you by where you're from or what your religion is because I know that God judges us by what's in our heart. Well, even if you don't believe in God, we need to judge people by what's inside of them, not what they look like on the outside or where they're from. It's crazy. It really is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna share this picture with you guys. I think here, awesome picture if I can find it here. Let's see. How do I do this? I'm new on this Zoom app.
So Ali Muhammad is Ali Muhammad. Does he want? He can come anytime to New Age Championship Wrestling anytime he wants.
Cool. That's cool.
I appreciate it.
He's all over the place, man. He's really, really a good guy. And um, I don't know why people hate on him just because he's from
He's always got a spot in my ring. He can come down and have a nice match.
share document options. Let's see. I'm trying to share something here. Okay. Oh, it says everybody can share. Okay.
I can't believe you got me to go out there, Tony, in 23-degree weather and take some bumps.
Well, actually, it was your idea. It was actually your idea. So I'll show you guys.
And I ran the ropes, and I took some flips, and I took a front bump. That ring was frozen. It was.
Yeah, I remember that photo.
Yeah, there we go. There's Ali Muhammad with the 12 pounds of gold.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Get that up there. Trying to figure out how to change the view so you can see it.
Let me see.
We can